Good afternoon, First Baptist family. Pastor Mike here. Just wanted to take a few moments to share some things with you about all the changes that are taking place in our community and in our world, and specifically in our church. In Psalm 27, David prays, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war arise against me, yet I will be confident." And I love those verses because they remind us of who our trust is in and what we should and shouldn't be afraid of. So with what is happening globally with the appearance of this coronavirus called COVID-19, and it's spread into our communities. We've got world leaders and national leaders, state leaders, local leaders, all doing things and taking unusually extreme measures to slow the spread of this disease. And all this adds, obviously, to the uncertainty and takes away from the normalcy of our lives during this time. So as leaders of this local church, we've been meeting and talking and watching the news and trying to stay informed as best we can. And we desire to lead well by communicating and staying connected with you as a body, as a church during this time. And so the main gist of this communication right now is to inform you that due to the governmental actions that are being taken to stem the spread of this disease in our communities, along with our desire to submit and to comply with reasonable measures that are being asked of us for the good of everyone in our community, we will be canceling our normal Sunday morning services in both English and Spanish beginning this Sunday, March 22nd. This is going to continue until further notice. Our hope, obviously, is that this will be short-lived, that the thing will go quickly and be done with, but all realistic assessments of the situation point to the fact that we're really only at the beginning of this. And so a hiatus of at least 1 month seems pretty likely. However, we will be offering an online alternative to our Sunday morning services, and I'm going to let you know a little bit more about how that'll work and what we'll be doing in a later communication that hopefully you'll get tonight or first thing in the morning tomorrow. Along with our Sunday morning services, there are several other things that we're canceling. Regular church events and gatherings that normally take place that won't. XYZ is one of them. They're going to take a break from gathering indefinitely. The Rising, our youth group, is kind of following what the schools are doing, and as of yesterday, schools are now closed through the end of April. So at least through the end of April, our youth group will not be meeting as well. And then the bulk of our programming through Lent, our prayer times, our Seder meal, our Good Friday service, quite likely our Easter service will be canceled as well. And then there are several home communities that have already canceled and are taking a break. Many of them have folks in them who are at high risk for catching this disease and not having it go well. And so they're taking a break. And if you're not sure what the plan is for your home community, I encourage you to contact your leader, stay connected with them, and find out what's going on individually there. Now, there's all sorts of cancellations going on all throughout our society, not just in our church. But there still are several things that we're going to continue doing during this time. So there are several home communities, I think, that are electing to meet during this time because their numbers are a bit smaller and they're able to practice some social distancing in their gatherings. We'll also be continuing with a couple of our smaller regular prayer meetings. So Wednesday at noon we have a prayer meeting, and Sunday mornings at 8 we have a prayer meeting. And if you'd like to participate in either of those will continue until they can't anymore. And those are going to take place right here in the fellowship hall by the fireplace. So Sunday at 8 a.m., Wednesday at noon. Third, we will be continuing our food pantry during this time and ministering and serving the community on Mondays from 12:30 to 2:30. Beginning next Monday, March 23rd, we will be having the food pantry open every single Monday for the foreseeable future. So they're going to be open at least twice as much. which means they're going to need more help. They're changing to a drive-through format, so folks will drive up. We will pack and deliver their boxes to them at their cars, and then they'll go on. But because we have more Mondays to do this, we'll need help. So you can contact Joe Stenkamp if you're interested in helping with the food pantry, and his number is 973-271-3172. And you can contact him if you're interested in helping and serving. And then finally, the church office will be open for the foreseeable future during normal office hours. So feel free to call if you have questions about anything, or drop by if you're feeling healthy and you simply want to talk to somebody or pray with someone. You can feel free to do that. You can also find information, if you need information, on our website, on our social media outlets, or by contacting a staff member or an elder or a deacon, and we'll have their contact information for you. We're sending this out in email form as well. You can get their contact information there, and it'll be on the website. So that's a lot of information to throw at you right now of what is happening and what isn't happening. But with all of this, I want to encourage you that if you feel sick at all, stay at home. Follow the guidelines just to help your own safety and those in the community as well. Don't risk spreading this to others, and especially if you're at risk, if you're older, if you have underlying health issues, if you're immunocompromised, then avoid places where you can potentially be infected. We want you to come through this safe and sound as well as this thing kind of rolls through. Now, it grieves me deeply, and it should grieve all of us that we have to cancel so many life-giving activities that mark the regular and normal life of the church together. However, what we consider to be normal life is never promised to us. It's never guaranteed to us. So we're trusting here that God that He's going to walk with us through all of these things that are happening. And along with that, we're actually making some plans for us as a body to stay connected even though we can't gather together right now during this time. And by the end of the day today, or first thing in the morning, we'll be sending out a second communication via email and via video, letting you know what we are planning. And these are some good things, and we want you to engage in them and stay connected with us. But here's the reality. Here's the solid truth that we can anchor to. And it's this: if we are the church, then there is no better time to act like the church, to be God's family together. And the church has gone through wilderness times before. God's people have gone through exile. It's a normal part of God's people in this world in the course of events. And here's what Jesus has promised us. He has told us, "Behold, I will be with you always, even to the end of the age." And we can bank on that promise that He is with us through this. So let's anchor our hearts and minds in what has always been the foundation of the church, a deep trust in the sovereign, providential goodness of our Father, of our God. Let's trust in the love that He's shown to us in His Son, Jesus Christ. Let's trust that He's given us His Word and His Spirit to guide us through these things. And let's anchor ourselves in that truth. Thank you, and stay safe, and have a great day.